Derek and I rescued. We rescued squirrels and raised them, tamed them, let them go. Back in the wild. We rescued baby birds. We had miners and things that talked. In fact, it got so everybody in the district, if they found some who had fallen out of a nest, brought them to Derek and them. What we did rescue one time was a fully grown bat that was being attacked by crows. It was injured. We put this bat into one of our numerous cages that we had around. We always had a series of cages that we used for various things. That was when we discovered characteristic of bats that we had never known before. They don't appear to have any bones. I suppose they do, but they don't appear to have. They can ooze out of anything, and that's what this bat did. It got out of that cage. When we were sat at what we called tiffin, which was dinner, the midday meal, in arrives this bat in the dining room, which of course delighted everybody. Dad and Mum, of course, sat at the ends of the table, and we were on either side of them. In comes this bat, and it was injured. And being daylight, it was also blind. It couldn't see anything. I mean, it was a bat. Yeah, big bat, not these little tiny things that you have over here. It was swooping down over the table. It come up again, and we dived down under the bat, and the bat would swoop back again across the room. And finally, Derek and I dived under the table. We were just roaring with laughter. And there sat Dad was straight as mad, and I'm sure he'd like to have got down. I know Mum would have liked to have got down under the table, but she didn't dare do it with Dad sitting there, sort of all British Empire-ish. We'll fight and we'll conquer again and again sort of thing, when he wasn't going to go down for a bat. Scared to death of it because they always used to tell awful stories about bats, about how they got tangled up in your hair and they chewed holes in your head, and they used to tell some really great tales about that. To make matters worse, Dionys after the servant came in with a broom to try and sort of whoosh it out through the door. We had French doors that led outside. So we weren't only dodging the bat, we were dodging Dionys swooping at the bat with his broom. And it became really quite hectic. Sitting through all this, Dad sat rigidly at the table, getting madder and madder by the minute. Oh, Mum sat there. You could see it was all over her face. She'd like to have been anywhere but sat at that table. Finally, I couldn't quite decide who was the enemy, the bat or Dionys in his broom. He finally did get it through the door. And, of course, Derek and I sort of under the table there suddenly said, "Crows, they'll get that bat." We didn't dare say anything, though. We got back on our chairs and sat. We didn't even dare look at each other because we were collapsed. And Dad was ready to kill us. Bring that bat in the house. So we just sort of kept our eyes on the plates and ate. Very silent. But we didn't dare go and rescue the bat again.